Written, produced and directed by Jasmila Zbanic, the film depicts the horrors of the Srebrenica massacre during the Bosnian War and the calamitous UN peacekeeping forces' attempts at intervening.
They have to leave.
No. Please check again.
Please don't make me use it.
The Bosnian filmmaker also won Best Director for the film.
What is your personal relationship with this story? Like, why did you decide to do this type of story?
I was 17 when war started in Bosnia, so I lived 3.5 years under siege in Sarajevo, and I heard some stories from Srebrenica, but at that time, there were no electricity, nothing, so we were really not aware what was going on there. I was so shocked that the territory which is under UN protection, which is under, the safe zone that every member of United Nations guaranteeing it will stay safe, civilians will stay safe, is not there anymore, that the violence and military were stronger than all United Nations countries. For me, that was such a shock, because you were thinking, then, what are the values that I can believe in? If you don't believe in this, if you don't believe in human rights, if violence is winning over every agreement that we had as a civilization. And this shock stayed in me for many years, and I was always thinking I have to do something about it and how to communicate it. And some 10 years ago, I decided I want to make this story, and I was not jumping into it, because I knew it is really difficult, and politically it's a minefield. Srebrenica is still very much disputed and denied, and it's always subject of big fights, political fights. So it took me a time to say, okay, now I jump and there is no return.
Was there a particular scene, I guess, or a moment from the film production that was, I guess, particularly harder to you than everything else?
It was quite hard to do the film, because, we didn't have, we had kind of sabotage from Ministry of Defense. They didn't want to give us any, military equipment because they didn't want this film to be made. And there were a lot of Serbian politicians who were making pressure that film is not made. So, for example, we didn't have, none of military equipment. So we had to borrow 2 vehicles from police, and then to, make these blue vehicles into white when they are representing UN. And then next day, we had to make them into green to represent military. As a filmmaker, I always do my best. I try my best, and sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. So this is always, and I do the same thing, but sometimes people are more ready to listen, to open, it touches them more. And this is for me always surprise, or it's always unexpected moment. When we showed the film in Venice, I really didn't know if people would be able to connect with the characters, if people would be able to care about the story which is not theirs. I was not writing with anybody in mind. I usually free myself from that. I start thinking about actors when I give script to producer and I say, we are ready. So this is a moment where both producer Damir Ibrahimovic and me, we said, okay, this is only Jasna who can do it. And of course, politically for her, it was, and Boris Isakovic, who is playing Ratko Mladic, was quite big decision to agree. And I find them amazing professionals and human beings for being so brave to accept this role. And they had a lot of problems, as you probably know, after the film, but that was what they knew it will happen, and they overcome it in a very elegant way. very rational person, so I knew we will not get Oscar because there was a mathematical, puzzle that didn't fit, which is we didn't have distributor until March. So our film nobody's seen actually. As an Academy voter, you don't have to see 5 last films in order to vote. I remember saying to my friend who made a dress for me for the Oscar, I told her everybody was saying Quo Vadis Aida should win, but another film will win. And I told her, please make me a dress which is for should winners.
What does it change for you as a filmmaker, especially in this time that we're living, where female filmmakers are beginning to gain more and more recognition?
Oscars bring you a lot of new offers for work, and I was happy to take them to try something new. I just came back from Canada, where I did one episode of HBO show, which was really high production, with high production values, with the big film stars. So for me, this is very interesting that I am able to try something else.
Samo bez panike I propustite malu djecu I žene. Muškarci,
Ljudi idu tamo gdje je bezbjedno.
They're killing people outside.
Dogovor je bio.
I don't know where my family is. Svidio moje. Darik, svidio moje. What will happen to us?